Okay, so good day everyone. Uh, it's a video after a long time. Okay. So topic natin ngayon is mathematics of finance. Okay, so let's start. Mathematics of finance natin. So with a brief introduction. Okay, so sabi ni John Kenneth Galbraith, wealth in even the most improbable cases manages to convey the aspect of intelligence. Okay? So bakit niya kaya nasabi to? Okay, so mathematics of finance kasi is a field that provides us with tools and ideas for managing personal finance. Okay, so in managing personal finance, we need to have a little bit of intelligence for this. It's actually not a little bit kasi it's finance. So when you're managing finance, magkakaroon ka na ng ng and intelligence, right? In order not to lose money, actually, in order to save or in order to know where to invest or in order to know how to spend your money. Okay, so that manages, and in that way you can convey your level of intelligence with other people. Uh, Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng ng mataas na tingin sa mga taong, successful in, businesses. Ah, Kasi I would think that, they are that, smart or they have high intellect in managing their own, businesses or their personal finance. Okay? So yung key areas natin for this, mathematics of finance is, saving money, paying off debts, and investing and growth. Okay? So yung pag-usapan natin for the introduction is the simple and compound interest. Okay? So for simple interest, okay, simplest way to earn money is, simplest way money earns interest pala, sorry. So yung pangyayari dito is, uh, the definition of, simple interest, okay, simple interest I is earning a fixed percentage, sabihin na lang natin rate, okay, of, principal over a period of time. Okay, so using those variables, pwede natin makuha yung natin, yung ating formula. Okay? The formula natin is I is equal to PRT. Okay? So, nandyan lahat yung kinuha natin from the definition. Where I is your interest. Okay? Where P is the principal and R is the annual interest rate or interest rate per annum. And time is, IT is time in years. Okay? So, importante yan na in years. So, kung may interest tayo, syempre malalaman na din natin yung ating, final amount or your future worth. Okay? So, future worth natin is equal to your principal plus your interest. Okay? So, ano yung makukuha mo after mo magkaroon ng interest? Okay? So, F is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Kapag, ah, kapag rinewrite natin yung ating formulas. Okay? Mm. So, sa ating, simple interest, we have your exact and ordinary. Okay? Hindi lang sa simple interest to, pwede din to sa other types of interest natin later on. Okay? So, yung exact interest kasi natin, na sinasabi, we are computing the actual days of the year. Okay? Actual days in a year, that is 365 or 366. Okay, pero sa bangko natin, it's the ordinary interest, they use 360. Okay? So kapag hindi binanggit sa problem yung type of interest, gamitin mo yung banker's rule which is ordinary interest. Okay? That is 360 days. And kaya ako sinabi kanina na yung, time dapat natin in years kasi yun yung yun yung ginagamit dun sa formula. Kung paano na-derive yung formula na yun, years yung ginamit kasi nila. Kaya pwede tayo magkaroon ng fraction. Okay? And then, since pag-usapan na natin yung yung sa interest kanina, na hindi lang sa simple interest yung ating exact and ordinary, we now have your compound interest. Yung compound interest natin, this is yung simple interest natin, nagkaroon ng interest ulit, and then yung final value na yun magkakaroon ulit ng interest. Okay, so parang ganun. O, tignan natin yung derivation natin later dito. Okay, so ito yung gagamitin natin, yung simple interest natin kanina, palitan lang natin yung RT ng I. Okay, so for the first period natin, yan. Okay, so simple interest lang siya. For the second period, ito na. Okay, so si F1 naging principal na natin. Okay, so F1 times 1 plus I, eh ano ba yung value ni F1? Siya si P times 1 plus I. So, 1 plus I times 1 plus I, 1 plus I squared. Okay, so for the end of the third period, si F2 naman na yung magiging principal natin. Okay, kaya siya earning interest on interest kasi nagka-interest yung pera mo nung first, and then along with the interest, magkaka-interest ulit yun. And along with that interest ulit, magkaka-interest ulit. So, kaya dun sa end of the fourth period natin, yung F3 natin yung maging principal. Okay? So, as you can see, we have a pattern here. Yung mangyayari, f of n is equal to p times 1 plus I raised to n. Okay? So, nagpatong-patong, nagpatong, nagpatong, nagpatong. Okay? So, yun yung earning interest on interest. Okay? So, yung ano natin, formula natin is yan, pero pwede natin siyang i-rewrite na ganito para sa mga nalilito. Okay? So, we have a new ano dito, I natin is your effective interest per compounding period, R over M. Okay? So, define muna natin si R at saka si M. Okay? So, si R natin yan yung nominal rate of interest. Okay? So, yan yung per year. Okay? Kung sasabihin per year, yun yung R. Okay? Kung may per year, yun yung R. Tapos, yung M natin is the number of times the interest is computed per year. Anong ibig sabihin nun? M. Kung mako-compound daw siya monthly, 12 yun kasi we have 12 months in a year. Kung mako-compound daw siya by monthly, that is twice, that is once every 2 months, so 6 times a year. Kung mako-compound siya daily, and sinabing exact, that is 365, kung ordinary, 360. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun, sir? Yung compounding period natin, yan yung time na magkakaroon ng interest yung pera natin. Okay? So, di ba kung monthly, di ba? Nag-down ka ngayon, ay nag-deposit ka ngayon, tapos nagkaroon siya ng interest after 1 month, and then kukunin mo muna yung, ay, hindi mo naman kukunin. Yun yung gagawin ni second month na principal, and then magkakaroon ulit ng interest yun, and then tuloy ng tuloy ng tuloy hanggang sa magkaroon ng matapos yung buong year. Okay, actually hindi lang sa buong year, buong period kasi it goes on for years kung merong ano, may chance. Okay? So, yung nangyari, yung compounding period natin, that is kung ilang beses magkaroon ng interest yung ating pera sa isang taon. Sa isang taon. Okay? Kaya yung R natin na interest natin sa buong taon, hahatiin natin kung ilang beses magkaroon ng interest yung pera natin. Okay? Kaya siya R over M. Ngayon, punta tayo dun sa N. Okay? Ano ba yung N, sir? Total number of compounding periods. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Di ba si R natin per year? Si M natin nakadepende din dun. Si M natin nakapaloob dun sa year. Ngayon naman, paano kung nagkaroon tayo ng more than 1 year, di ba? So, kung na-compound siya within that year, malamang sa malamang, mako-compound din siya ng ganun dun sa next year. Same number. Pero magto-twice na, di ba? Same number per year, and i-compute mo na yung total nun. So, halimbawa, 5 years, tapos monthly, di 5 times 12, 60 times na na-compound yung pera mo, di ba? Parang gano'n yung mangyayari dyan. Okay? So, yun yung compound interest natin. Meron pa tayong isa actually, continuous compounding. Okay, continuous compounding natin. Ito. Hmm. Sabi dyan, as a limit interest may be compounded an infinite number of times per year. Ang ibig sabihin nun, yung ano natin dyan is magkakaroon tayo ng magkakaroon tayo ng ah, by minute, by second. Hindi na siya by day, hindi na siya, pwede siyang hourly, pwede siyang by minute. Nasa palit ng, ay palaki yung M natin. So, magkakaroon siya ng infinity. Okay? So, paano natin siya i-coin out? Bakit may E na dyan, sir? Kaya yung mangyari kasi is ganito. Meron tayong limit na to eh. Itong limit na to. Okay? So, limit na yan, 1 plus 1 over n is to n is equal to E. Okay? So, yan, gagamitin natin yan dito sa ating derivation. Substitute natin n is equal to m over r. Pwede natin i-rewrite yung formula natin na ganito. Si r over m kasi is 1 over n. Bakit? Reciprocal sila. So, 1 over n. Tapos, isasalpak mo si n dun sa tm. Okay? Isasalpak mo si n dun sa tm. So, magkakaroon tayo ng n ano yan? Magkakaroon tayo ng NRT. Okay? NRT. Yung mangyayari dyan sa ano natin. And then, ipapasok mo si N natin dun sa loob. Pasok mo si N dun sa loob. Okay? Para yung 1 plus 1 over N raised to N, magiging E na lang. Okay? So, magiging E na lang siya. So, yan na. F is equal to PERT. Okay? So, continuous ko ba? Sabi E na yan. Yung E kasi na yan, yan yung Euler's constant natin, guys. Euler's constant. So, this is a formula for exponential growth ata. I think so, exponential growth. Okay? Punta na tayo dito sa ano natin. Since yung kanina pinag-uusapan lang natin is future final value. Pwede na rin naman natin kunin yung present value. Ano lang natin, i-derive lang natin using our current formulas. Okay, so yan yung present word natin. Yung present word kasi siya yung kailangan mong principal para magkaroon ka ng specific future worth na yun. Okay, so yan siya. Okay, so meron pa tayong last one for our introduction. Okay, so this is the effective annual interest rate, so EAR. Kaya ano ibig sabihin yan? Ito yung actual na rate. Okay? Ito yung true rate of return natin every year kapag nagkaroon tayo ng investment. Okay? Or loan. Or, yan. Yeah, okay. Investment or loan. Okay? So, yung nangyayari dito, since meron tayong compounding every now and then, yung sasabihin nilang percentage mo, hindi kasi, yung sasabihin nilang interest, hindi yun yung true na nangyayari yearly. Okay, hindi yun yung true na nangyayari yearly. Okay? So, i-ano muna natin, derive muna natin bago natin na-explain further yung ating EAIR. Okay? So, gamit natin to, kasi F is equal to P plus I, ano lang natin, interest natin kasi interest nga yung pinag-usapan natin dito. Tapos, yung another definition ni EAR is the interest over by the principal. Okay? So, gamitin natin yung compounding interest natin na formula. Okay? So, yan. Tapos, simplify natin. Tagalin natin yung P, ha? Ayan. Ngayon, EAR is equal to 1 I over P. So, ayan. So, EAR is equal to 1 plus R over M is to T minus M minus, TM minus 1. Okay? So, yung mangyari is, eto na lang. Okay? Bakit nawala yung T, sir? Nawala kasi yung T, yung pinag-usapan kasi natin 1 year. Okay? T is time in years, di ba? Kung 1, o di, ba't mo palalagay dyan? Okay? So, eto, sabi dyan, example natin, the nominal rate of 12%, has an EAR of 12.68. Okay? So, compounded monthly, 12.68. Yung true na percentage, ay yung true na rate na nangyayari dun sa ating dun sa ating pera if it is compounded monthly. Okay? Using 12%. Ngayon, saan ba 'to ginagamit, sir? Ginagamit kasi siya kapag nagkaroon tayo ng options for our nominal rate and our yung number of compounding uh, periods. No, number of compounding per year. Okay? Per year yung M natin. So, papapiliin ka, halimbawa, 10% compounded monthly or 7% compounded daily. Okay? So, anong pipiliin mo doon? Iko-compute mo ngayon yung EAR ng isa at saka ng isa, iko-compare mo kung sino mas mataas and you'll determine whether or not you're going to choose the first option or the second option. Okay? So, nakadepende dun. Gagamitin mo lang si EAR para dun sa decision making mo. Okay? So, ganun. Para malaman mo talaga kung alin yung mas mataas yung rate of return. Okay? So, ganun si EAR. Ngayon naman, after natin pag-usapan yung introduction ng natin, meron kasi tayong ginagamit usually sa ating finance na mas makakatulong sa atin para makita natin ng mabuti yung nangyayari. Okay? That is your cash flow diagrams. Okay, may cash flow diagrams tayo. Ano ba itong mga to? Okay, this is a visual tool, okay, that helps us see the movement of money over a period of time. Yung movement na yun is inflow or yung outflow. Okay, inflow is yung cash in, kumbaga. Okay, yung hmm, maibubulsa mo. Okay, kung kukunin mo, maibubidro mo. Yung outflow siya si i-deposit mo. Okay, yung mga ganung bagay. Okay? So, ang natin, cash flow natin, papakita ko later, may horizontal line tayo with markings ng yung duration ng transaction, o ganung bagay. Tapos may arrow down, may arrow up. Okay? So, natin, lagyan natin sa example natin dun sa ating simple interest. Okay? So, if you deposit a 280,000 in a bank, which gives you 0.75% interest, how much will you earn in 1 year? Okay, so yun yung tanong. May given na tayo dyan, given tayo. So, wala natin gagawin, horizontal line. Okay, next natin gagawin yung transaction. Okay, transaction. Okay, dito sa transactions dito, class, sa simple interest, compounding interest, and compounding interest natin, continuous compounding interest natin. Yung nangyayari kasi cash, ang inflow kasi ang inflow and outflow natin, if we're going to put everything doon, ang nangyayari kasi we're going to deposit a money, sorry, a money. We're going to deposit money, tapos we're going to withdraw it after a certain period. So, deposit and withdrawal, those are only two events that are going to happen in our transaction duration. So, ang mangyayari sa cash flow diagram natin, dalawa lang yung makikita. Okay? Ano yun? Si zero at saka si end of period. Okay? Si zero at saka si end of period. For this case, 1. In this case, 1. Okay? So, ayan. Ito si P, 280,000. Okay, ano ba yung required natin si I? Ito. Okay, bakit andyan si I? Siyempre si I, yung makukuha mo within that period. Okay, bago mo makuha yung future worth mo. Okay, so solution natin I is equal PRN. N pala dito, sorry. Dapat pala TN. Okay, so answer natin is ang interest natin na makukuha is 2,100. Okay? Equal class that is 0.75%. That is not 7.5%. Okay, 0.75. Ngayon, since may interest tayo, pwede naman na natin makuha to, which is, yan. Okay, so 2,821. So basically, dinagdag lang natin. Okay, so ganyan yung cash flow ng simple interest. Okay, so move tayo sa ano natin, compound. Okay, so same given pero meron lang tayong M. Okay, same given pero meron lang tayong M. So horizontal line, sabi ko nga, isa, dalawa. Okay, tapos P natin, si 280. And then, ang required natin later is sorry, may I tayo in between those, points. Tapos, ang required natin is itong si F. Okay? So, compute natin using our formula na ito. Okay? Salpak yung given, lalabas yan, yun yung future worth natin. Okay? So, yung nangyari, parang mas mataas yung nakuha natin sa compound kaysa sa simple interest. Okay? Simple interest, it happened once. Okay? Compound interest, it happened daily for a year. Okay? So, there will be some changes in the computation and the final value. Okay? So, kung ako sa inyo, magko-compound interest ako, ayoko yung simple interest. Okay? One time only yung sa. Okay, so move tayo sa ating continuous compounding. Okay? So 5,000 yung dinown mo to a continuously compounded account. Okay? So, isa, dalawa, 10 dito sorry, 10 dito, hindi ko na 10 dito Okay, so P natin dyan. Ito yung I. Tapos ang required is si F. Okay, solution natin, ito si PERT. And yan. So, future natin. Future worth Athens yan. Okay, so kung lalakihan pa natin yan and mas malaki yung nominal rate natin, I think it could be, could be bigger than that. 10 years, 1.7 lang na niya. So, kailangan natin lakihan yung natin, yung principal natin. Okay? Ayun naman, since we're done with simple, we're done with compound and continuous compounding, we're going to discuss where cash flow really works or where cash flow shines. Right? Dito tayo sa annuity and annuity 2. Okay, so we're going to talk about equal payments over a period of time. Okay, so we're talking about equal payments. Ito yung loan, ito yung bills, ito yung actions, hindi siya, yeah, pwede. Bills, yung rent, yung equal payments being made over a period. Okay? Basta yung same amount ang palaging linalabas. Okay? So, annuities natin, a sequence of equal payments made at regular intervals. Okay? So, example natin is yung rent, monthly car, loan payments, and pension. Okay, so consistent kasi yung cash flow natin dito sa annuities. Okay, so natin? Um, Punta tayo dun sa type ng annuities na. We have your ordinary and your annuity due. Ordinary, ang main point ng ordinary, nagkakaroon tayo ng payments at the end of each payment period. Okay, nang ibig sabihin nun? At the end of the year. Yan. Kumbaga, at the end of the month. Yan. Okay, hindi siya at the beginning. Okay, at the end yung point natin dito. Okay? So, meron tayo dito. Let's consider this one. Okay? Cash flow natin Cash flow natin sabi na 4 years. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ngayon naman, ang tanong, since we're going to pay 1,000 investment daw, deposit 1,000 at the end of each year for 4 years, saan natin lalagay? Sa 0 ba or sa 1? Yun yung biggest challenge here. Where are we going to put it for an ordinary annuity? Dito ba sa 0 or dun sa 1? Ngayon, if we're talking about period kasi class, If we're talking about period, yan. Okay, period natin, ito siya, yung pagitan nito. Ay, sorry. Mm, yeah, time interval. Okay, pagitan nito class, pagitan nito class. So, nag-start yung ating year 1 dito sa zero. Okay? If you can get me. Nag-start yung year 1 natin sa zero, yung payment period natin sa zero, and nag-end siya dito. So, yung ano natin, yung 1 natin dito, this marks the end of the first payment period. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dyan tayo maglalagay ng, ano, ng araw. Okay, ngayon A. Bakit sa A, sir? Annuity kasi yan, guys. Annuity. Okay, that is the equal payments made during the payment period. Okay? Yan yung A, annuity. Okay? So, ganyan. Ngayon, walang F, walang P. Bakit ganun, sir? Pwede kasi tayong pumili. It's either P or F, depending on the situation. Okay? Pero in this case, F na lang. Okay? Si F natin, class, it, it appears daw. It usually is located dun sa end nung period. Okay? End nung period. Anong ibig sabihin nun, sir? Magkaiba kasi yung end ng period sa end ng payment interval. Okay? Ay, payment period. Magkaiba yung end of the period sa end of the payment period. Okay? So, ang end of the payment period natin, ang first payment period natin is 0 to 1. Okay? Ang end ng payment period natin is dito sa may 1. Okay? Sa may 1. Ngayon naman, yung end of period natin, kung 4 years sinabi, kung 4 nakita mo dito sa ating dito sa cash flow, dun mo itatapat si F. Kung 4 years yung sinabi. Okay? So magkaiba si payment period dun sa transaction period. Okay? So kung sinabing 4 years, tapos transaction period yung pinag-uusapan, sa 4 mo itapat. Kung sinabing payment period, saan mag-e-end? Okay? Basically, nag-end siya dito sa may, dyan siya nag-end. Dito. Okay? Mag-e-end yung second payment period natin dun sa 2. Mag-e-end yung second period dun sa 3. Okay? So, ganun yung dito. Magmamatter kasi yan dun sa natin, class. Magmamatter kasi yan dun sa annuity do natin later. Okay? Yan. So, ordinary annuities natin, i-derive natin yung formula natin. Since F yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, mag-F muna tayo. Okay? Meron kasi tayong pili. Okay, so using F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. Okay, yan yung natin. Lagyan natin yung natin, yung ating cash flow diagram. Okay, cash flow diagram. Okay, so, eto. And, yan. Okay, so ganyan na. Ngayon naman, bakit meron na naman yung F, sir? Si F nga, kasi yung kukunin natin. Ngayon, for our F kasi, ang main point dito, class, ang mangyayari dito, class, is, wait lang. Oops. Okay, ang mangyayari dito, class, ang ginagawa kasi natin dito ay ganito. Makinig kayo. Kaya ang ginagawa natin dito, kapag F ang pinag-uusapan, gaano kalayo yung first payment period natin kay F? Ay, gaano kalayo yung end ng payment period natin kay F? Okay? Gaano kalayo to kay F, gaano kalayo yan kay F, gaano kalayo to kay F. Okay? So, yun yung yun yung notion dito sa natin, gaano sila kalayo. Ngayon naman, since mag-usapan na natin kung gaano kalayo yan, gaano ba kalayo si 4 kay F? Eh, C4 nakatapat siya kay F eh. Paano ba natin ano yun? Okay? So, pagpalagay na lang natin to class. To si CP. Wait lang. Balik muna tayo dun sa gano'ng kalayo. Sorry. Yung mangyayari kasi, ano ba yung future worth nitong payment na to? Okay? Para malaman mo yung future worth ng payment na to, edi dalhin mo siya kay F. Pero paano mo ba siya madadala kay F? Para madala mo to kay F, may dadaanan pa siyang isa, dalawa, and tatlo. Okay? May dadaanan pa siya isang payment period, pangalawa, and pangatlong payment period. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Itong payment na to, magkakaroon pa siya ng interest ng 1, 2, 3. Magkakaroon pa siya ng tatlong beses pang compounding periods. Okay? Ngayon naman, ang tanong, magkakaroon pa rin kaya ng interest si number 4? Okay, magkakaroon pa rin kaya ng interest. Okay, so pagpalagay na lang natin na yung P natin ngayon is A. Okay, tapos yung N natin, syempre N pa rin yan eh. Ay, sorry. Yung N natin, naka-years naman na to kanina, so okay lang. Sorry, ganito na lang to. Yan. Okay, so P natin si A, tapos 1 plus I raised to 4. Okay, 4 yung N kasi natin, kasi yun yung transaction period natin. Minus 4. Bakit minus 4, sir? Kasi nga nandun siya sa 4, di ba? Nasa 4 siya. So, 4 minus 4. Okay, okay. Can you get it? Eh, para mag-gets nyo, punta tayo kay 3. Tignan nyo na, tignan nyo na. A times 1 plus I raised to 4, yung N natin, yung N. Tapos, um, asan siya? Nasa 3 siya eh. So, minus 3. Okay? Minus 3. Okay? Next tayo, ah. Next tayo. Ay, di, okay. Well, si 2 kasi is 4 kasi ito, kaya 2 pwede dyan, 2 pwede din sa kabila. Okay. Ano natin next natin? Ayan. So, 4 minus 1. Okay. So, tingnan natin to class ha. Tingnan natin to class. Para ma-gets niya ha. Itong formula na to, ito yung para sa future worth natin. Okay? So, ang future worth ni 1, i dalhin natin si 1 kay F. Okay? Ang ganito yung formula niya. A plus 1 plus A times 1 plus I raised to 4 minus 1. Okay? Bakit siya 4 minus 1, sir? Ano ba ang 4 minus 1? Tatlo. Okay? Tatlo, di ba? Ano yung tatlo kanina na sinabi ni sir? Ito yun o. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, 4 minus 1, 3. Yung 3 na yun nag indicate ng location nung payment na yun mula kay F. Okay? O, punta tayo kay 2. A times 1 plus I raised to 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So, gano'n kalayo tong part na to kay F? 1, 2. Okay? So, 1, 2. O, punta tayo kay 3 ah. A times 1 plus I raised to 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Gano'n kalayo si 3 kay F? 1. Okay? 1. And then, punta tayo dito kay 4. Gaano kalayo si 4 kay F? 0. Okay, so 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, so can you see a pattern here? Okay, yung pattern natin, gagamitin natin for now is yung 1 year. Okay, so magkakaroon tayo ng ganito. Ngayon naman, kapag in-add natin lahat to class, try natin i-add lahat yan para magkaroon tayo ng F. Okay, ito yung kakalabasan. Okay, so Ito yung si number 4, ito si number 3, ito si number 2, hanggang sa end nung ating transaction. Okay? Ang end ng ating transaction, kung papansinin nyo class, ang end natin kasi is 4. Tapos, yung end ng transaction natin is 4 minus 1. Palitan mo ng n si 4, magkakaroon ka ng n minus 1. Okay? So, geometric series to class. Geometric series siya. Okay? And, sinum natin. So, kailangan natin yung yung sum of geometric series. Okay, ano bang formula na yun? I-recall nga natin. Recall natin, no? So, yan, recall. Okay. Yan natin, recall natin. Na, billiards pa sir eh. Okay, so, ayan. Ito yung geometric series, yung sum. Okay, sum. Ngayon, i-ano natin. Ito yung magiging ano natin Ito yung magiging variables natin dyan. Okay? So, salpak natin. Substitute natin substitute natin. Ito. Okay? So, A, ito, R raised to N, R natin to, minus 1, tapos R minus 1. Simplify. Ayan. Okay? So, yan na yun. Diba? Yan ang formula natin. Para kay F. Paano nga kung P? Okay? Paano kung P? Oh, sorry. Okay? So, yung P natin, ipakita ko na pala, sorry. Ganito na yung mangyari dyan. Na lang natin labas na lang natin yung ano. Ayan, ito yung P. Okay? Ngayon naman, ang gagawin kasi natin, babalik natin yung 4 kay P. Okay, balik natin yung 4 kay P, balik natin si 3 kay P, si 2 kay P, at saka si 1 kay P. Paano ba natin siya babalik? Gamitin natin si P is equal to F over 1 plus I raised to N. Okay, gamitin natin ito. Okay, so yung mangyari, yan. Okay, so, yung N natin, kung gaano na naman sila kalayo kay P. Okay, yung N natin, gaano na naman sila kalayo kay P. So, isa dyan, syempre dalawa dyan, tatlo dyan, apat dyan. Ngayon, may nakikita kang pattern, ito yun. Kapag sinulat natin, ganyan siya. Okay? Geometric series din daw siya. Ito. Tama ba? Hindi. Ito yun. Okay? So, ito siya. Salpak natin, magkakaroon tayo ng ganito. Okay? So, kaya na lang mag-substitute yan. Masyado na tayo madaming derivation here. Okay? So, substitute yun na lang yan, class. Same lang yung mangyayari dyan. Okay? Yan. So, ito yung magiging formulas natin. Okay? Ngayon naman, punta tayo sa annuity due. Okay, annuity due natin is the annuity where the payments are made at the beginning of each year. This small change in timing has a significant impact on the total value of the annuity because each payment earns interest for one extra period. Okay, ang ibig sabihin nun? Ganito yung ibig sabihin ng class. Yan, dagdagan mo na ang ganyan. Okay? So, yan na yung formula natin ng attitude. Diba? Ang simple lang nung concept. Magdadagdag lang tayo ng one extra period, which is si 1 plus I. Okay? So, yun lang yun. Okay? So, ito na siya. Yan lang. Okay, yan lang siya. Okay? So, comparison ng ordinary annuity versus annuity due. Ang annuity due natin is ganito. Meron tayong uh, ayan. Okay? Tapos, dito siya. Okay, dyan siya. Nag-start siya dun sa 0. Ito kay Tapos, hmm, ang ordinary annuity natin nag-start kay 1, ang annuity due natin start na kay 0. Ngayon, ang tanong, asan pa rin ba si F natin? Ang F kasi natin, class, dito siya. Okay? Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng extra compounding period Ito kasi yun, the gap between the last payment and if magkakaroon pa rin ng interest yung last payment natin. Dun kasi sa ordinary annuity, yung last payment natin, no interest. Dito sa annuity, yung magkakaroon siya ng interest. Okay? So, ganyan siya. Okay? So, punta tayo dun sa sa comparison. Ordinary annuity tayo, ha? Hmm. Lima to, lima. Okay, lima. Ayan. Okay? Yan yung A natin. A natin is, tapos A natin is yan, 5,000. Tapos dun yung F natin, ha? For ordinary to. Okay? So, ang answer natin dito, kung gagamitin yung formula is, 28,185.47. Okay? So, kung gamitin yung formula dito, yan yung magiging future worth natin. Okay, so next natin for annuity due, same pangalan nila, same given, pero annuity due lang. Okay, so lima yan, lima ulit yan, ayan. Okay, pero nagsimula siya sa zero. Okay, so ito yung F pa rin natin, yung A natin is 5,000. Kapag gamitin natin yung formula natin, ang lalabas is 29,876.59. Okay? Bakit ganyan, sir? Kunin natin yung kunin natin yung dati nating sagot. Ayan o, 28,185.47. Mas differential value, um, magkakaroon kasi ng one extra period yung annuity due natin. So, kung annuity due, mas malaki yung yung pera kaysa dun sa ordinary annuity. Okay? So, yun yung comparison no? Dalawa natin. Okay? So, sabi dito, impact of timing. Because each payment in annuity due is made one period earlier, it earns interest for an additional period. Okay? So, simple rule, annuity due will always have a higher future value than an identical ordinary annuity because each payment has more time to compound. So, the cash flow for these, two types clearly shows this difference. Okay? So, yun na. Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa natin, mathematics of finance. Okay. So, yun lang yung natin yan. Right? So, thank you for watching.